Hi, everybody, and welcome to another race. I've returned after a couple months away from the racing, so I apologize. Lots of things going on. We're racing at Hakone. It's a 22-lap race, and we're in search of the right strategy on this track. The problem I have here is this track is extremely hard on tires. Extremely hard on tires. I can't stress enough how hard this is on tires. So I ran practice and decided I can get soft tires to go 6 laps, so let's give them a shot. So we're off and running, and I've already been whacked by Lord Sewell. We're gonna get with him again in a few seconds. So we're going through these S's here, and dude is all over the track. I don't know why. So we're trying to get by him. He keeps moving over and finally realizes that I'm on his right. Now I'm going to start moving over for the corner, and yeah. You know, I'm not sure if it was me or if it was him. At the time, I thought it was him. I wasn't happy. I've watched that 3 times now, and I was moving over, but I thought I left him enough room. He had clipped my back end before I had a chance to even react to move over, so it was really, I'm not sure what that was. So I'm just gonna let it go, but Lord Sewell is right, is still 2 spots in front of me. We would drop to last place. We will easily dispatch with Gamer because we are on the soft tires. A lot of guys run hards and try and go 1 stop, which is fine. It's fine. 1 stopping is fine. Elbows out, got elbowed out by Lord Sewell. And ended up on the outside of turn 1, so that's bad for him, but good for us because we're catching him up at a rapid pace. We've got him lined up now out of the S's, and we'll pass him easily down this straightaway. We'll crack out probably close to 155. It looks like 154 before we break. We break a little early because there's a lot of people up here, and we are faster than they are. Hey, here's Lord Sewell again. So we're going into this corner. He tried to come down. I clipped him, and now he decides he's had enough of me and takes himself out. And guess who gets the penalty? Yes, I get the penalty. I don't know why, but it's the penalty system, and since turn 10 is dead for the most part, this will never get fixed. Now we go by Durlock, so we are making up lots of time as we're just moving through the field here. And we head into turn 1 on lap 3. There's closed casket in front of us. He has a 2-second penalty. We're heading into the S's now. We're going to try and go around the outside of closed casket. We get around the outside. He's going to back off a little bit and let us through. Thank you, closed casket. And now we are concentrating on position 6, which is where we started. So we've got Insane Fork in front of us, and we are gaining rapidly. We were going to try and outbrake him, but that would have been dumb. So decided against that. I don't know what Durlock is on about, but through the whole race his mic was open. I forgot to mute him when we got out of practice, so bad on me. Again, I look inside of Insane Fork. Basically, I'm trying to put some pressure on Insane Fork to make that person make a mistake. We're going to late apex here in the penultimate corner, and we're going to get some really good exit out of here. We use the whole track. Insane Fork does not, and we get by him before the lap ends, so good on you. And he didn't hit me, so that's nice too. And now we're in the top 5. going into lap 4, I've basically already gone through half my tires, so I was kind of hoping that, you know, other guys would go medium, medium, medium. That's what I normally do on this track. I usually run 3 sets of mediums because I don't enjoy this track at all. It's high speed, which I like. It's really hard on tires. The corners are just really hard, and I don't know if it's the way they created the surface on this fictional track, but it's really rough on tires. So we're just trying to find a decent strategy here, and I honestly am not a fan of running hard tires on any of these cars. I prefer running mediums unless I really have to run hards. And later on, I think I do that in a different video that I have queued up. So now we're going into the final corner of lap 4. We are gaining on Chavez Careca. Wafty Cranker is 4.3 seconds ahead. We've been shaving time off of him slowly but surely, so pretty good there. I just got his name right now, by the way, but I'm not going to say it the way that it should have been said. Wafty Cranker, we're now within 4 seconds of Wafty Cranker. Check the tires, we're at 46% on the fronts, so these are going to go minor on this lap eventually. But we're going to keep pushing because we're going all Michael Schumacher on this one. So now we're picking up on Clark Killa and Chavez Careca. They're racing side by side, which is good for us. We're going to brake early again because we don't want to go up the backside of either guy. And now we're going through these 4th gear corners. Again, very fast track, very hard on tires. As you can see, the minor wear has popped up here toward the end of lap 5. We're going to go 6 because, you know, we've got the speed advantage, especially over the guys running the hard tires. We still have the speed advantage. So even though the grip is going away at a rapid pace. So Clark Killa and Chavez Careca continue to battle in front of us. We are gaining. We're going to let them, again, turn 1. We'll let them take that. Really, our chance to get him is on the straightaway. So now we've gone through 2. And now we're going to go through 3. This is the S section. Coming out of 1, you've got the S's. So here's 4. Clark Killa was way off the track there, and there's no penalty. I mean, way off the track. Wow. So we're picking up 2 positions here on the straightaway. We're going to get in here. We're going to brake a little later because we want those guys to stay behind us. Park it a little bit on the apex. We're within 3 seconds of Pecanod. So we're feeling pretty good, but we have to pit. Tires just went on moderate coming out of that turn. That was turn 6, now 7, and here's 8. And when we get up to the pit entrance, we go into L pits. So we're going to put on another set of soft tires. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a like and subscribe. If you want to comment on anything so far, please comment below. Keep it clean. You know, there's kids that watch this stuff, for God's sake. Keep it clean. So we've gone out of the pits on our first pit stop. Insane Fork went in right behind us. We lost 5 positions. But guys are going to start pitting again, so this is okay. The problem is that we're running 3 pit stops, so that wreck on lap 1 with Lord Sewell really hurt what we were trying to do. And I think toward the end of the race, I think the time that we lost there and the time with the 3rd pit stop, because I normally, like I said, I normally just run 2 pit stops and run all mediums, but I wanted to try something different on this one. It makes it a little different. but we're going to be battling this whole race just to stay near where we started. So we're going through 8, and now we're going to hit 9, and manage to stay on the track. You can cut that pretty big. You can take a big cut off of that corner. So if you think you can do it, do it. I don't have the limit markers up, so I don't know if I'm crossing the limit or not. But I've basically learned that that's what you can do at that corner. So now we're going into the S's again as we hit lap 8. We are gaining on everybody in front of us. But again, a couple of those guys are on hard tires. Most of them are on medium, so we should gain on them because we do have the grippier and faster tire. We'll be pulling away from Insane Fork. As you can see, only 13 people started this race. Kind of a crappy lobby, but you know, these things happen. Sometimes you get a 20 to 20, sometimes you get a full, sometimes you get a 10, sometimes you get a half like this one, you get a half lobby. So 13's fine. Der Lock is going into the pits. There are actually 3 cars, if you look at the track map on the bottom, that have gone into the pits. So we're going to make up some positions. Chavez Correca is coming out, but we've got him, so good on us. Elbows Out is in front of us in 3rd. He is 17 seconds ahead. I think that's a network thing on either his or my part that's making his distance ahead of me go blah, 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 blah. Right now we've got it at 16.9 as we go through the S's, and we'll pick up a couple tenths as we go up the straightaway. As the time starts going again, so that's most likely a ping issue, as always. But we pick up time on the straight. The Veloster that we're in is the faster car down the straightaway. The handling's not as good, but it's fast. And I've got the tune set up to where the back end likes to kick out, so that helps with the handling. On a front drive car. As a proud Hyundai owner, I do like driving this car. I own a Kona N-Line, which is great. That's my I call it a raised Elantra hatchback, as I barely miss cutting the corner again. This lap's going to be a little slower than the last one. And we don't have anybody in the pits, but the medium tire guys, the hard tire guys are going to be going in soon. The 3 guys in front of me are on hard tires. There's no doubt about it. When you're at 10 laps, mediums, I can get 8 out of them, and that's stretching it. Maybe 9, but this track is so hard on tires because of the high-speed corners, and the fact that I abuse the hell out of the curbs in some of them. It tends to get rough on tires. So, we're under 15 seconds now on Elbows Out. We're hitting 10th lap, coming to the back end of the course. This is a 4th gear corner on soft tires. Usually I take it in 3rd when I'm on the mediums because you have to take it a little slower, lack of grip, all that stuff. Der Lock is still on about something. If that's your birth year, dude, you are 54 years old. You need to learn how to turn off your microphone. I learned that at a very young age. You should do that too. And very young age means that I have been working with microphones since I was very, very, very young. So turn off your microphone. People don't want to hear you. To turn 1. We picked up another couple seconds there on Elbows Out, so we're gaining. His tires are going away. The hards on, my guess is the hards after lap 10 are probably hitting moderate wear. So we're picking up some good time on all of them. Elbows Out, I mean, we've already picked up almost a second on this one lap. So we're feeling pretty good. The strategy's not going to work. We know that because of the first lap incident. It's definitely not going to work. I think with the first lap incident out of the way, we would probably be in third or second place right now. Pekinot has gone in, so he's the first hard runner to go in. I just flipped to minor, so you can see where this strategy is kind of flawed. Well, it's really flawed. Let's just be honest. But I was trying something different because, again, it's a difficult track, and as far as tires go, so it's you're trying something different. I applaud myself. So all the guys in front of me have pitted. Here comes Pekinot out. Oh, and I get a taste of first place, position 1, the leader. Yeah, feels pretty good. It's only going to be for about 1 minute and 20 seconds, but I did get it, so huzzah to me. As we head down the back straight, our tires have flipped to minor. Obviously, they will flip to moderate at some point, probably coming out of these 2 turns on the back. We are increasing our advantage a little bit to Pekinot, but we are on the straightaway. He's on fresh tires. I'm on dying softs. He's on fresh hards. So the advantage probably goes to him as we flip to moderate coming out of this corner. And you can see it does because he picked up a couple tenths there just in that corner. Chavez is 7 seconds behind. Clark Kill is half a second behind him. So we're good. We're going to head into the pits now and pick up our next set of softs. So here we come in. I thought about going to hards here, but I said, no, we're going to stick with it because that's what we do. So again, if you're liking the content, give it a like, give it a subscribe, maybe a little ringy ding ding on the bell. And again, comment below if you want. Like I said, keep it clean. There are kids that probably watch these videos. I don't know. I really don't pay attention to the views on them. There aren't a lot because I don't promote it. I just hope someone sees them. So coming out of the pits here on lap 13, we did lose 5 positions. Lord Seul is 8.2 seconds ahead, and we are gaining as expected. Insane Fork is still 7.9 seconds behind us. Well, now 8 seconds, so we're going to hit 153 miles an hour coming down this straightaway. So that's pretty much top end for this Veloster at the gearing that I have it in the downforce. So, I mean, 153 is pretty good. That's without a draft, and I think when I hit the draft, I can get up to about 157, 156, depending on how long I have in the draft. So this car, like I said, straight line, fast. Cornering, not so much. So, and oh, we finally cut that corner. Are we going to get a penalty? No, the stewards say, you've been fairly clean throughout this whole race. We will not penalize you. Thank you, stewards. Now we're into lap 14, going into turn 1. See, the other problem with this course is it's kind of boring because it's all high speed except for a couple corners. Really, except for, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a medium speed. And the penultimate turn is a slow speed corner, but everything else is either medium, high speed, or high speed. And which is great for people that want to go fast, but it's just doesn't make for great racing as far as I'm concerned. I would take a run on Spa, obviously, or even another track that I dislike, the Hockenheim, shortened Hockenheim, over this, because it's more of a challenge to me. So we're hitting our penultimate corner again. This is the slowest speed corner on the track. And we're through it. Again, we're getting that corner cut as much as we can. We picked up another couple seconds on Lord Seal, so that's nice. And we're close to our fast lap, so we're being consistent, and that's also good as we head into lap 15. Elbows out and Lord Seal are battling, so that's good for us again. And there they are. If you look at the mini map, they are just finishing up the S's now. We are going through the S's in rapidity, trying to catch them. We've shaved another half second just off of those, just off the S's, because they are battling and we are fast. There's no two ways about it here. Oh, I think I hit my rev limiter there. That was funny. I suddenly dipped from 152 to 146 without touching my brake. That was good. So, yeah, that worked out like not at all. We're still 5 seconds behind Elbows Out, but we're gaining quickly. Their tires are probably starting to fall off. As a matter of fact, Lord Sewell has gone into the pits to go get his next set. We will pass him. We will pass Chavez Correca. We're still 4.5 seconds behind Elbows Out as we finish lap 15. So we're pretty good right now, and we still got a couple more laps before we have to pit. We're really throwing this car around. I am abusing this car because, one, we lost so many positions at the beginning of the race that I'm driving, basically trying to drive as fast as I can through the whole thing to make up for that time. And it's just the Veloster itself. It wants to go fast. And I am letting it do its thing. So that's not so bad. We just hit the rev limiter again. It dropped us to 151 from 153. So we're rapidly getting to Elbows Out. He's 3.5 seconds now, but we are close to pitting again too. So this is going to be an interesting thing that we have to do here. I think we've still got lap 17. Our tires are good enough for that. Elbows Out did not pit. I'm shocked. But if he's on medium tires, they can go 8. I don't usually recommend it. 8 is, like I said, it's really pushing it. So, but he's gonna do his 8 laps, and that's fine. We're gonna catch him, and you know, it doesn't really do us any good, except that we'll get that position. If we get by him before he gets into the pits, we will get to that position. But we're also on lap 17, which means we're going to flip to minor, and we're going to end up pitting this lap anyway, because we're doing 6.655. That was my plan, and we are on the 5th lap on these tires, so we will flip to minor coming through this set of corners, I believe. Can't tell, I've already watched this like twice. There's the minor. So Elbows Out is still out there, and I'm thinking he's pitting this lap. I'm going in no matter what. I had thought about it for maybe 0.2 of a second about staying out right here, but then I, went in. 0.2 of a second is an eternity to an Android, as Data said. So we're going for our last set of softs. We're in there. We have hit our pit stop. Again, like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Comment below if you wish. Keep the comments clean, please, and on topic. That's another thing. Keep it on topic. We're having fun here. I'm not here bagging on people or making them, not trying to make people feel bad about how they drive or whatever. I'm just here driving. I'm having fun. And I hope you have fun watching this too. So we have made our 3rd and final stop. We are on lap 18. Chavez Correca is 16 seconds ahead of us, and we're in position 5, so we lost one position. Yes, one position. So feel pretty good about that. That also tells us how fast we really are, because Lord Sewell, who has done 2 stops, is still 3 seconds behind us. So that just gives you a gauge. It doesn't say anything about his driving. It just gives you a gauge about how quick this Veloster is on these soft tires. It just goes. The grip is grippy grip. NASCAR couldn't throw down enough of their stupid compound to make their cars as grippy as this one is. So now we're on lap 19, and I think this is probably where we're going to end up unless something major in front of us happens. I mean, even on the mini map, you can't even see where the 4th place car is. I believe that's 1, 2, and 3. There's 4, I think. Yeah, there's 4 right there. So while we are gaining on Chavez and we're pulling away from Lord Sewell, we're not going to make up enough time. I don't think Chavez's tires are going to fall up as bad as I want them to. So catching Chavez is just not going to, I don't think that's in the cards. So we're just going to run our race and, see where it goes. And outside of that half-second penalty that was created by Lord Sewell, it's been pretty clean. We had the accident, and then we had the penalty from Lord Sewell chopping my nose, and for some reason me getting the penalty. Because I even lifted once he hit me because I knew what was coming next. Usually when you slow down, the system says, okay, we'll be nice to you, but in this case it wasn't. So fine. But it's one of those things that needed to be fixed. I'm hoping with the announced changes that have been going on at Microsoft, how they're going back to calling it Xbox Gaming instead of Microsoft Gaming. They're going to start bringing back the in-house exclusives again because I think they realize it's probably not a good idea to hand your games to the competition. Although, more people play, obviously more people get on PlayStations than they do the Xboxes. That's been pretty much a known fact with this generation of console. You got to have your console exclusives to draw people to your console. I mean, come on. Let's be smart about this here. The reason why I used to buy PlayStations is because I used to play Gran Turismo a lot. Up until the end of Gran Turismo Sport, I played Gran Turismo. I did play Forza because I owned both an Xbox and a PlayStation. When it was PlayStation 2 and the first Xbox, I had both. When I got the 360, I stopped buying the PlayStation because PlayStation 3 I didn't want. And it's a good thing I didn't get that one because that got hacked. So good on me for not buying that machine. One of my friends did. She got hacked and had to put up with a lot of crap out of that. But then when the PlayStation 4 came out and they were messing around with the Xbox One, and that appeared to be when Microsoft kind of lost its way with the game console. They wanted it to be, it's going to be entertainment. You can run your TV through it, you can do this, and you can do this, and they didn't focus on what their gamers wanted. So I ditched it and went back to the PS4. And I got my Gran Turismo Sport, and I absolutely loved that game. I loved racing in it. I loved doing the FIA stuff. I loved that it kept track of your statistics, that you had points in your championships in the FIA races. The fact that you could race against, again, and it's like this. Well, it's supposed to be like this. You race against people that are at your level and at your safety. This game doesn't do that, by the way. So people on Reddit, stop bitching about you having a great rating of 49.99 and a safety of S when you're getting whacked around in lobbies, because this game doesn't understand that, and there's not enough players in it to separate it out. I've been running a 4,900 rating for a year, so just don't. Anyway, this race is ending, and I was rambling, so I apologize. We're heading into our last 3 corners. We do end up in 5th place. There's our tires clicking over to minor, so we did a better job of saving them in this lap than we did before. So Chavez Correc is going to finish about 12 seconds ahead. Lord Sewell is 10.5 seconds behind, and we cross the line. So 5th place is fine with the wreck and the 3 pit stops. I'm okay with that. 121.202, that is the fast lap of the race. So bonus point for that.
Good work. P5.
Say it, lady. P5. She said it. So thank you all for watching. Again, like and subscribe. And